Jet fans are very lazy when they evaluate their team. So they kept saying, we have a great talent, so much talent, blah, 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 so much talent. First of all, Tyron Smith is 37 years old, whatever he is. Their wide receiver room is Garrett Wilson. That's it.
For now, Mike Williams was barely on the field.
I'm not saying I'm saying it's Garrett Wilson.
For now, that's the only established one because Williams is still on a pitch count, and I'd like to see Malachi Corley, but he barely played yesterday.
He's not going to be a star for this team. I'm just telling you.
But he doesn't need to be.
If you're talking about how much talent this team has, and that's all Jet fans wanted to talk about, you better be a star. I'm not saying like a superstar, but you better be a star. Mike Williams is not going to be a superstar this year.
Okay.
Xavier Gibson is not going to be a superstar this year. Alan Lazard is not going to be a superstar this year. It is Garrett Wilson. Your running back room is Breece Hall. He could be a superstar. Your offensive line is an old Tyron Smith. I don't know what John Simpson looks like. AVT looked terrible yesterday. Terrible. On that 3rd and 1 that you're talking about, beat immediately across his face. So that the fullback or tight end, whoever it was, now has to block his guy. The scraping linebacker hits Breece Hall in the backfield. It's just like he was bad. He was bad in pass protection, gave up 4 or so pressures yesterday. And Morgan Moses is I can't really evaluate him. So where is the stud best offense in football? It's just not there. You have a great quarterback, and we saw it for a drive, but that's not making you one of the best rosters in football. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. Jermaine Johnson hasn't proven it yet. Kinlaw was terrible. Quinnen Williams, he's obviously a stud, but what else? What can you do when you're just one guy in the middle? Clemens, he looked bad. Quincy Williams, I really like. C.J. Mosley, he was banged up. Sauce Gardner got hurt. And then rest of your secondary was sketchy.
Oh, no, you just described the Jets as they're like a 5-win team.
I'm not.
You just broke them apart
I'm
like
not. I'm just telling you that people who were lazy wanted to say this roster looks great. Maybe because you know every name, it sounds great. But it's not that. You got to prove it to be great.
100%. They've got to prove it.
You got to do it consistently to be called a great top of the world roster.